All right, Steve Denys here, Director of Market and Product Development, Mazak Seeds, joined by AgroMinute Henry Prinzen. Henry, we're into March now. We're into the final planning phases before our spring 26. You know, as we're meeting with our seed dealers, what should we be talking about?
Yeah, I think it's really important to button down those plans, right? You know, we talk about field by field at Mazak, but putting that right product on the right acre is really important this year. And I think, you know, in a tight commodity cycle, everything matters. And what do we learn? You know, putting the wrong product or picking the wrong variety can cost you, you know, hybrid in corn, maybe it's 40 bushels sometimes, right? So positioning properly is crucially important. And then coming up with a plan all season long. You know, okay, I planted this hybrid, but what does that hybrid need? You know, it's a kernel mass hybrid. I better manage it right till the end. You know, I'm in an area where tar spots of concern. Do I have my fungicide pre-bought? Make sure that's going on. You know, maybe I'm not in that area and I'm, you know, north where we're not worried about tar spot, but do I have the right fertility package for a hybrid that responds to early fertility? You know, just making sure we have the right, you know, plan in place, the right hybrids, and then the right mix, and understand what we have. You know, sometimes things get switched. You know, ask all your seed reps, everyone you work with, hey, what am I planting? Is that what we talked about in the fall? And what can I do to make sure this hybrid does the best for me? Because at the end of the day, you know, genetics is half the battle, agronomy is the other half, planning, performance, but make sure we pick that right hybrid and position it properly.
And then doing everything right so that we optimize the performance of that investment in the seed.
Absolutely, right? We're all looking after that investment, right? You have there's a lot of money tied up there, and we got to make sure we maximize its potential.
Very good. Excellent insight, Henry. That's our AgroMinute for today.